In 1872, a mysterious English gentleman made an incredible bet, and by watching this video, you will not only understand his amazing story but also improve your English listening skills. Hello and welcome. Today, we have an exciting English story for intermediate learners. I will speak in slow and clear English so you can understand everything. We are going to explore the classic adventure, Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. Our journey today will have a few parts. First, you will listen to the complete story summary in English. Then, we will review the main points together, with text in both English and Spanish on the screen. After that, we will learn some key vocabulary and a useful English expression. Finally, I will ask you some questions to check your understanding, with a short pause for you to think. Are you ready? Let's begin the adventure. Our story begins in London with Phileas Fogg, a wealthy and meticulous English gentleman. His life is a perfect routine, he does the same things at the same time every single day. He is a member of the prestigious Reform Club, where he spends most of his time. One day, while reading a newspaper at the club, Fogg and his friends discuss an article. It claims that with new railways and steamships, it is now possible to travel around the world in just 80 days. His friends at the club believe it's impossible. They argue about unexpected delays and problems. Confident and calm, Phileas Fogg makes an astonishing wager of £20,000, half of his fortune, that he can, in fact, travel around the world in 80 days. The bet is accepted. Fogg must return to the Reform Club by 8:45 p.m. on December 21st, exactly 80 days later. That very evening, he prepares to leave, showing no emotion, only his usual precision. Fogg is accompanied by his new French valet, Jean Passepartout. Passepartout is the opposite of Fogg, he is energetic, curious, and was hoping for a quiet life after many adventures. He is shocked when Fogg tells him they are leaving for a trip around the world in 10 minutes. Packing a small bag with money, they leave London immediately. Their journey has begun, and the clock is ticking. However, a problem appears almost immediately. A major bank in London was recently robbed, and the description of the thief resembles Phileas Fogg. A detective named Fix is sent to investigate. When Fix sees Fogg and Passepartout in Suez, Egypt, he becomes convinced that Fogg is the bank robber, using the Around the World trip as an escape plan. Fix decides to follow them, waiting for an arrest warrant from London so he can capture Fogg on British territory. In India, Fogg and Passepartout face their first major obstacle. They discover that a section of the railway is not finished. Fogg, completely calm, buys an elephant to continue their journey. Along the way, they encounter a shocking scene. A young woman named Uda is going to be sacrificed in a traditional ritual called sati. Fogg, showing a rare moment of compassion, decides they must save her. In a daring plan, Passepartout pretends to be the resurrected husband and rescues Uda from the fire. She is incredibly grateful and agrees to travel with them for her safety. The group, now with Uda, continues their journey through Hong Kong and Japan. Detective Fix is always nearby, trying to cause delays. In Hong Kong, Fix tricks Passepartout, gets him drunk in an opium den, and causes him to miss their ship. Fogg and Uda leave without him, but Fogg is confident he will find his loyal servant. Separated from his master, Passepartout joins a traveling circus in Japan to earn money. In an incredible coincidence, Fogg and Uda attend that very circus, and Passepartout, while performing in a human pyramid, sees them and joyfully reunites with them. Next, they cross the vast Pacific Ocean to America. They travel by train from San Francisco to New York. The journey across the American frontier is full of dangers. Their train is attacked by a band of Sioux warriors. During the fight, Passepartout is captured. Fogg does not hesitate. He chooses to risk his bet and his fortune to save his friend. He leads a group of soldiers to rescue Passepartout. They succeed, but they have missed their train to New York. With incredible ingenuity, Fogg finds a wind-powered sled to travel over the snow to the next station, just in time to catch a ship to England. They cross the Atlantic, but just as they arrive in Liverpool, England, they face their final disaster. Detective Fix, finally with his arrest warrant, arrests Phileas Fogg and throws him in jail. Fogg is devastated. He is stuck in a cell while the final minutes of his 80-day deadline tick away. After a few hours, a frantic Fix returns. The real bank robber was caught 3 days ago. Fogg is innocent. He is free to go, but he believes it is too late. He has lost the bet. Fogg returns to his home in London, financially ruined and 5 minutes late. He apologizes to Aouda for bringing her to a life of poverty. But Aouda confesses that she has fallen in love with him and asks him to marry her. Fogg, deeply moved, agrees. He sends Passepartout to arrange the wedding for the next day, which he thinks is Monday. But Passepartout rushes back with incredible news: it is not Monday, it is Sunday. By traveling eastward around the world, they gained a full day by crossing the international date line. They are not late at all. They still have 10 minutes. In a mad dash, Phileas Fogg arrives at the Reform Club with only seconds to spare. He has won the wager against all odds. He may not have become richer in money, because he spent most of his winnings on the trip, but he gains something far more valuable: love and adventure. The story was a celebration of the new technologies of the Victorian era, like steam power and railways, which were making the world feel smaller. Jules Verne, the author, was a master of adventure stories and is often called the father of science fiction. Great job listening. Now, let's review the story with English and Spanish text to help you understand better. Phileas Fogg makes a wager of £20,000. That he can travel around the world in 80 days.
Phileas Fogg hace una apuesta de 20,000 libras. De que puede viajar alrededor del mundo en 80 días.
Detective Fix believes Fogg is a bank robber, and follows him around the world.
El Detective Fix cree que Fogg es un ladrón de bancos, y lo sigue por todo el mundo.
In India, they rescue a young woman named Aouda, who then travels with them.
En la India, rescatan a una joven llamada Aouda, quien luego viaja con ellos.
By traveling eastward, they gained a full day, allowing Fogg to win the bet at the last second.
Al viajar hacia el este, ganaron un día completo, lo que permitió a Fogg ganar la apuesta en el último segundo.
Excellent. Now let's learn some key vocabulary from the story. First, wager. A wager is another word for a bet. It's an agreement to risk money on an uncertain outcome. For example, Phileas Fogg made a wager that he could travel the world in 80 days. Next, meticulous. This adjective means being very careful and precise, paying great attention to detail. For example, Phileas Fogg was a meticulous man who planned every minute of his day. Our third word is obstacle. An obstacle is something that blocks your way or prevents you from making progress. For example, the unfinished railway was a major obstacle in their journey. Now for our useful expression of the day. Today's expression is, against all odds. This phrase means to do or achieve something despite having many difficulties or problems that make it seem impossible. In the story, we can say, against all odds, Phileas Fogg won the bet and returned to London on time. It's a great way to describe a surprising success. Alright, it's time to test your comprehension. I will ask a question, pause for a moment, and then give the answer. Question 1. Why did Phileas Fogg travel around the world? He traveled to win a wager, or a bet, of £20,000 that he could do it in 80 days. Question 2. Who is Detective Fix and what does he believe about Fogg? He is a detective from Scotland Yard who believes Phileas Fogg is a bank robber escaping with stolen money. Question 3. How did Phileas Fogg win the bet even though he thought he was late? He won because he gained a full day by traveling eastward across the international date line, so he arrived on time without realizing it. Why did Phileas Fogg travel around the world?
¿Por qué Phileas Fogg viajó alrededor del mundo?
He made a wager that he could do it in 80 days.
Hizo una apuesta de que podría hacerlo en 80 días.
How did Fogg win the bet after thinking he was late?
¿Cómo ganó Fogg la apuesta después de pensar que llegaba tarde?
He gained a day by traveling east across the international date line.
Ganó un día al viajar hacia el este cruzando la línea internacional de cambio de fecha.
Congratulations on completing this lesson. You did a fantastic job. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more videos like this, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And for a little extra practice, leave a comment below and tell us, what is your favorite adventure story? Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.